It's time now for Waukee High School football on the Central Iowa Sports Network. CISN.TV is Iowa's premier source for live-streamed high school football. The football on CISN.TV is brought to you by Atlantic Bottlers, Schottenkirk Chevrolet, Shields, the Better Business Bureau, G&L Clothing. Now let's go to our CISN.TV team for Waukee Warrior football.
If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget everything else. Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today thinking about? Yourself or the man that's beside you?
Starting for your Waukee Warriors on offense. At offensive line,
Charlie Golding, senior, number 77.
Evan Gray, junior, number 56.
Carter Boyd, junior, number 68. Blake Sherman, senior, number 53.
Kyle Sorensen, senior, number 78.
at receiver,
Tyrese Moore, senior, number 14.
Zach Eaton, junior, number 18. Sam DeVries, senior, number 5.
at running back,
Brandon Tessaw, senior, number 35.
Jordan Van Leer Perry, senior, number 12.
at quarterback,
Mitch Randall, sophomore, number 4.
at kicker,
Ben Lang, senior, number 19.
Zach Eaton, junior, number 18.
Owen Minshaw, senior, number 26.
starting on defense, at defensive end,
Jake Morrison, senior, number 32.
Jacob Porter, senior, number 90.
at defensive tackle,
Nathan Nelson, senior, number 93.
Cade Montgomery, senior, number 58.
at linebacker,
Trey Hardy, junior, number 25.
Nathan McDonald, senior, number 51.
Hunter Deskin, senior, number 41.
at defensive back,
Ethan Rose, senior, number 24.
Nolan Rothler, senior, number 23. Zach Eaton, junior, number 18.
Owen Minshaw, senior, number 26.
Good evening, I'm Pat Curtis with Joe Danielson at Waukee Football Stadium, Waukee, Iowa. This is a Class 4A non-conference or non-district matchup between Waukee and number 1 ranked Dowling. Should be a good one here tonight, Joe. A couple of top 10 ranked Class 4A teams.
Yep, and both teams have gotten off to a pretty strong start to their season. Dowling, the, again, 4-time defending champions at undefeated as usual, and Waukee 2-1, 2 very solid wins, and tonight they're looking to come out with the blackout here.
Yeah, black uniforms tonight for the Warriors, normally purple and gold, I guess you'd say, and of course the Dowling Maroons will be in the white tonight as they come on to the field. Winners of 55 of their last 57 games. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive streak, especially at this level, and we've really seen, I think the 4A competition has definitely been up on a rise, even though they have won the last, 4 titles as a team.
Going after their 5th, and they're averaging 42 points a game, actually scored 42 in all 3 of their first 3 games, wins over Valley, Urbandale, and Ankeny, all very convincing, to say the least.
That's kind of been the story, too, on this run is, if they don't really have very many close victories, it's usually, it's a pretty sizable victory, and we've seen that so far here and Jason Murray, the running back, has led them on the ground, as well as Blake Clark through the air, and he also does a lot of running himself.
All right, we're hearing a little bit about the offense of the Dowling Maroons. What are some of the keys when Waukee has the ball?
Well, for Mitch Randall, the sophomore quarterback here, his 4th start, I'll say, and this is obviously by far going to be the best defense that he's faced. And, as a sophomore starting on this level, it's pretty impressive to see him, and he's led his team to a 2-1 start, and he's been pretty solid so far, but, you guys got to play mistake-free football tonight against Dowling.
That is very much the case. No turnovers, no penalties. If you're going to have any chance against the Dowling Maroons, as we watch Waukee run onto the field again, wearing their black uniforms tonight. Beautiful night for football here in Waukee. Quite windy earlier, but dying down a little bit. Very warm. I don't know what the temperature quite was, but I know we were up around 90 this afternoon here in central Iowa.
Yeah, but it's a little better for us up here in the booth. We are feeling a little bit of that wind, but yeah, as you said earlier, we're kind of looking at the goalposts and the flags around the stadium, and the wind has kind of died down so far.
Again, this is the final Friday before district play starts for Class 4A. All of the big schools will play 5 district games coming up, so this is kind of both teams' final tune-up before district play starts, right?
Yep, and these games are still pretty important too, because both teams want to go on to district play on a roll, and if you can finish up these non-district games, it really leads you into the games that honestly do matter a little bit more for state seeding.
Sure, and the captains out at the center of the field. We'll find out who will be kicking off and who will be starting on offense. Coach Scott Carlson with the Waukee Warriors, again 2-1 on the season. Dowling coached by Tom Wilson, 3-0. Again, we mentioned the 4-time defending Class 4A champions. Waukee ranked number 9 in the Radio Iowa poll, just a notch down at number 10, according to the Des Moines Register. So Waukee will kick off to Dowling to start this game. And it would appear that Dowling would be going kind of against the wind as they start on offense.
Yep, and it's for Waukee, that's as good a start as you can expect, have them going into the win at home.
All right, we're going to take a timeout right before this kickoff. This is CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields. Here's to everyone who believes.
Sam Mangoli and Jason Murray are back deep for the Maroons. They will be receiving a kickoff from Waukee as we start this Class 4A non-district matchup here at Warrior Stadium. Pat Curtis and Joe Danielson with the call here on CISN.TV. Thanks for tuning in. That is Zach Eaton kicking off for the Warriors. Interesting story about him, Joe. He's a junior. He didn't start playing football until late in his freshman year. So he had just one full season last year, just now in his second season.
Yep, and here he is kicking off to Dowling here. And we're off.
And we're underway. It looks like it will be Murray taking this kickoff, but touchback, so Dowling will start at the 20. Blake Clark, the senior quarterback, number 16. Murray, the star running back, and we'll see a lot of Sam Ngoli, who was back there to receive the kickoff as well. He's kind of the main target for Clark, right?
Yep, and then you have Jason Murray, too, a little bit out of the backfield as well.
To the air to start the game to Ngoli, and he's wrapped up and tackled after a short gain. Nice play on the far side of the field there for the Warriors.
Yep, and Owen Minchell with the stop there for Waukee on defense, the linebacker, or the corner.
Dowling with the hurry-up offense. Another pass. I believe Ngoli with the first down.
Yep, nice little play fake to Jason Murray there, pulled it out for the quick out to Ngoli.
Two plays, two passes for Dowling, and now a run, a keeper for Clark. No, or maybe a short gain there.
Yep, good way to contain by Waukee's defensive line, the front four.
Some big boys up front there for the Waukee defense. Nathan Nelson and Cade Montgomery. And Clark a keeper again, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, so a big third down coming up here.
Yep, nice discipline on that play by the Waukee defense as Ngoli came in motion and they faked the handoff for Blake Clark up the middle.
No score, just underway here in Waukee. This is the first possession of the game. Dowling, after a first down, now looking at third down and 9 or 10. Clark to pass. He's got a man open, but just overshot him. I've got to think Dowling's going to punt here, obviously, and they will bring out Marcus Miller, their senior punter, number 6.
Yep, and then back deep for Waukee, Tyrese Moore, the senior wide receiver, to receive the punt.
Tyrese Moore on his own 30 for the Warriors. Almost got a hand on it there. All right, Waukee's first possession will start at their 30. And we'll take a timeout and come. Nope, we'll keep it here first.
Yep, Jacob Porter, the rush. Waukee got a nice real rush on that punt, and it was kind of a short punt that took a nice Dowling hop down to the 30 here, where Waukee will take over.
All right, Mitch Randall at the controls for the Warriors, the sophomore quarterback. And that is not Jordan Perry in the backfield with him. And it's a keeper for Randall. Looking for some room on the outside and wrapped up after a 4-yard gain.
And Randall, that was a pretty big hit there at the end of that play, but he lowered his shoulder, and that's pretty impressive when you see your quarterback doing that, getting out and running and laying a hit on the defender.
And looks like Blake Espeland is in the backfield, not Jordan Perry. So we'll see if we can figure out what's happening there. Second down and about 5. Back to pass is Randall. He's got a couple of players open downfield, and that is Espeland catching it, making a move, and into Dowling territory at the 22. How about that?
Yeah, broken coverage on that play. Dowling was they bid on the play fake, and Mitch Randall had 2 guys wide open to the left. A note on Blake Espeland in the backfield. Him and Jordan Perry have split carries so far this year. Perry with 32 carries, and Espeland has 27 on the season.
All right. So he's getting the start and comes up with a big catch. And now he's got a big run right up the middle. Another first down for the Warriors down to the 10.
Yep, and kind of going back to Espeland and Perry. Perry's got 3 touchdowns, Espeland 2 on the year, but Espeland is more of a grinded out runner with a little bit of a 3-point yards per game carry.
All right. Waukee looking to put the first points on the board. This is Espeland again up the middle, maybe a couple yards. It'll bring up second down and goal. Again, no score. We're just underway. The first possession for the Warriors. Dowling had to punt after getting a first down to start the game. And Waukee hoping to drive 70 yards here and get on the board first. Espeland still in there at tailback. And this is Espeland up the middle. Down to the 4-yard line. It'll bring up third and goal.
Yep, and Espeland again, the power back, while Jordan Perry averaging 9 yards a carry is more of that scat back out of the backfield. And you got to think maybe with a nice strong defense, Espeland brings that power and he can really push the pile like he did on that play.
All right, 8 minutes to go in this first quarter. No score. Waukee with a big third down and goal from the 4.5. Randall will keep it, and he's in the end zone.
Yep, a nice move by Randall to juke out the defender and make it into the end zone. And we talked about playing mistake-free football. And another thing I'd like to mention is when you get into the end zone against Dowling, you have to convert. And Waukee did a good job there, and now they'll set up for the extra point.
All right, Randall with a 4-yard run. Capping off a 70-yard drive. How about that start? And this is Ben Lang for the point after attempt. It's 7-0 Waukee in the first quarter. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
I opened the Hearing Clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Pat Curtis and Joe Danielson back with you on CISN.TV as Waukee with their opening possession drives 70 yards and takes a 7-0 lead over the number 1 ranked team in Class 4A, West Des Moines Dowling. And another touchback. Big kick there. Big leg from Zach Eaton.
Yeah, a couple of those band members were looking out on that play there.
The big play on that drive was, I'd say, about a 50-yard pass play from Mitchell Randall to Blake Espeland. Kind of went in motion, caught a He was wide open across the 50 and then ran for about 10 more yards.
Yep, he kind of found himself in no man's land. Kind of didn't really, in disbelief that he was that wide open.
All right, let's see if Dowling has an answer. This is Blake Clark passing to Ngoli, and he's wrapped up right away.
Yep, Owen Minchell, the cornerback for Waukee, who's made 3 nice tackles out there on Ngoli, and they've been going to him with 3 quick outs so far.
Forward progression gives that play 5 yards, 2nd down to go on the 25. And the first handoff to a running back for Dowling in this game. Jason Murray, first time we've seen him touch the ball. And he's close to a 1st down, but it will be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 for the Maroons.
7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Again, Waukee leading Dowling 7-0. And this is Murray with a few moves, good for a 1st down and more.
Yep, and you just see Jason Murray's open field speed there, the quick pitch, and as soon as he caught that pitch, he was about only a few steps from the 1st down.
Last week against Valley, Jason Murray ran for 3 touchdowns. The fake to Murray, and a pass out here to the near side, close to another 1st down.
Be the Charlie Johnson, the tight end, or is he out at receiver there? Number 80, wide receiver. She's so big he might look like a tight end.
Yeah. At any rate, a 1st down across midfield now. Murray will run it to the far side. Boy, he's fast. And he nearly breaks it.
Yep, and when Jason Murray hits the corner, that's when you're in trouble on the defense. Hunter Deskin got the stop there after Jason Murray shook one arm tackler for the Warriors.
Deskin may have saved a touchdown run there.
Yeah, I think so too, because Murray was at a whole head of steam.
Murray again gets across the line of scrimmage, out of bounds on the far side. This will bring up 2nd down and 5 or 6 from the Waukee 31.
Pretty contrasting styles here. Waukee is taking a longer time to get the play from the sideline, while Dowling is in the hurry-up offense here in the first quarter.
Waukee leading here 7-0. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now a pass. This will be close to a 1st down for Dowling.
Yep, Charlie Johnson again on the quick out. So we've seen a handful of those quick passes here for Dowling. Nothing vertical so far.
3rd and less than a yard for the Maroons.
This will, yep, their big third down of the game here.
And it's Murray. He'll have it. And he doesn't want to go down at the 20. He gets a couple more.
Boy, he's a good 3rd down back, too, as well as he's got the speed. But when you hand him the ball, he runs forward, and he's going to get those yardage.
Yeah. And just a junior, 5'8", 180 pounds. This is Murray again up the middle, almost wrapped up, but he slips away from that tackler and another. And it will be 2nd down, but what looked like would be nothing ends up about 6, 7, 8 yards.
Yep, he's got the power and the finesse here. Jason Murray has shown a little bit of it all on this drive.
This drive started at Dowling's own 20, and now they're across to the 9-yard line of Waukee.
And that was John Schmidt coming in to give Murray a breather, and a heavy dosage of running here from Dowling.
3rd and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go for the Maroons from the Waukee 9.
Murray will get the 1st down, and not a touchdown. He's down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal.
And you got to think that's their third down of this drive for Waukee Warriors. Here they are backed up on their 1.
Clark to Murray. Over the top. I don't think he got in. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yep, he was met. Looks like he was met right in midair. Maybe, I think Trey Hardy, the linebacker, led the tackle there in the air and that's a good play. That's what you need to come up with on the goal line.
Nathan Nelson also in the middle of that for the Warriors. 2nd down, goal from the 1. They may have stuffed that run as well.
Yep, and the official is signaling that he did not get in. Good dang tackling here from Waukee on the line, on the goal line stand.
All right, I think that was Colin. Well, no. I missed the number on the runner there. 3rd and goal. Waukee has stuffed him on 2 straight plays from the 1. Murray again with the try from the goal line. Did he get in? No signal yet.
And they're saying he was stopped short again. They put Murray in after Schmidt took 2 tries at it, but.
All right, 4th and goal. It looks like Dowling will go for it here.
And I think this is a confidence play, too, as you're Dowling. You know, you've made it down this far, although they did run the ball straight up the gut 3 times and were stopped all 3 times.
Let's see what they do here. A pitch to Murray to the outside, and he's in the end zone.
Man, and
how about that?
Yeah, that's a tough play to guard, too, because you almost have to put your safety on the running back on that play on the goal line. Getting Murray outside on a pitch is it's too hard for a linebacker to keep up with as a foot race to the end zone.
A 1-yard touchdown run for Jason Murray, and the point after will tie this game.
And that's Murray's 11th rushing touchdown of this. Well, I guess it's halfway through the year here. Well, about halfway, 4 games in. Still a very impressive output there.
And we are tied at 7 with 2:46 left to go in the first quarter. This is CISN.TV.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Here comes Dowling with the kickoff after an 80-yard drive, a 1-yard touchdown plunge for Murray on a 4th and goal. And now Waukee will get their second possession. And out at the 23-yard line is Jordan Perry.
So there's Perry on the return. He hasn't gotten any carries so far, and he kind of had to run a long ways to get that extra 6 yards that he was going for on that one.
All right. Blake Espelin started at tailback, but now Perry in, at least to start this second drive for the Warriors. Again, Waukee driving 70 yards in their opening possession to take a 7-0 lead over Dowling. The Maroons have responded with the touchdown of their own. Here's Perry. A short gain on first down.
Yep, and you see that. We did mention it earlier, Perry and Espelin. Perry's averaging 9 yards a carry on the year, which is about a first down every time he touches it. But I'd have to say that number might be a little skewed by his 86-yard touchdown run he had earlier in the year.
A couple of big guys on the Waukee. Their tackles are both 6'6", 250. Here's a pass and catch for a first down for the Warriors.
Yep, the quick out to Zach Eaton, the junior wide receiver, who made a nice little move to gain a couple yards after the contact.
The Warriors up to the 40-yard line, their side of the field. 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter. We're tied at 7.
Number 21 on the tackle, Brandon Wechter. It's a Waukee first down from the Warriors' 40-yard line.
Mitchell Randall will keep it, and he'll be tripped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Jack Keogh, number 11.
And the stop there is made by Jack Keogh for Dowling, number 11, the linebacker.
This will bring up 2nd down and 9 from their own 41. Perry and Randall in the backfield for the Warriors. And this is a handoff to Tyrese Moore.
That's Tyrese Moore, number 14 on the reverse.
This will bring up 3rd and 5.
Number 11 for the Maroons.
That's kind of that end around play is a play they've kind of ran a little bit here with Moore. He's got 10 carries on the year, so he's pretty dangerous on the outside there.
Just under a minute to go now in the first quarter. Randall again in shotgun with Perry behind him. Faked the handoff, and incomplete pass might be pass interference.
Yep, and again that quick play to Eaton kind of went off his helmet, and the official got that call right there. For Dowling, the defense has forced 6 turnovers on the year, 3 interceptions, and 3 fumble recoveries. So, you know, they're active. And, you know, for Waukee, that's something we talked about is turnovers. And Mitch Randall has no interceptions on the year, and they don't fumble the ball very often either.
That's good. No interceptions through 3 games.
And that's also impressive, too, when you have a sophomore quarterback. This guy, I mean, this is his 4th game of the year, you know.
Yeah. And now the Warriors driving again into Dowling territory at the 40. About 41 seconds to go in the first quarter, tied at 7. Eaton with the snap, fakes it to Perry. He's got some running room and a blocker. He's out across the 30 down to the 25 and brought down there. Nice play for the Warriors.
Yeah, Mitch Randall he's really utilized the play fake so far on that big pass play. And on that nice run there, Dowling bit on the pass.
16-yard game. Ball marked at the Dowling 24.
16 yards on the scamper for Randall. Maybe our last play of the first quarter right here. Fake to Perry, pass to the end zone. He's got a guy open. Touchdown, Warriors. That's Tyrese Moore.
Wow, good play there. Moore just ran straight past the defense there, and I believe that's 35. I think Moore got matched up on a linebacker on that play, and he just used his speed to get to the end zone.
A 25-yard touchdown pass from Randall to Moore. And the Warriors rumble right down the field to take a lead on Dowling again here, 13-7, with the point after coming from Ben Lang. We've got a good football game here in Waukee. It's the Warriors 14, the Dowling Maroons 7. We'll take a timeout. This is CISN.TV.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
16 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Waukee has taken a 14-7 lead over number 1 Dowling.
Yep, and you got to think their coach is happy with the first 2 plays. No negative yards, and they really got anything they wanted through the air on the Waukee defense, or on the Dowling defense.
Again with the wind at his back and through the end zone. That's the 3rd time we've seen a touchback on a kickoff from Waukee.
Yep, and with the new rule, the ball will be at the 20, and you know, when you have a kicker that can put it out of the end zone every time, you don't even have to worry about a possible kick return touchdown at all. So it's a pretty good weapon now with the new rule.
That's Zach Eaton with the big leg for the Warriors. Let's see how Dowling responds. This is their 3rd possession of the game. Again, they got a first down and then were stuffed and forced to punt to start the game. It was Waukee answering with a 70-yard drive and a touchdown. Dowling came back with an 80-yard drive to tie it up. And Waukee another touchdown here late in the first quarter. And a penalty on Dowling before they can snap the ball.
And I believe an illegal substitution call here. Too many men on the field, I believe.
Just a 5-yard penalty, and it will remain first down.
Yeah, Murray hustled off, and then he came back on, and Marcus Miller, the wide receiver, then left the game to the sideline.
There's some confusion for the Maroons there. This is Murray. Runs it to the far side, and he's got some room with Ngoli offering a block there. And say a 5-6 yard gain.
And number 24, Ethan Rose, with the nice tackle through the stiff arm for the Waukee Warrior defense.
Check that, just a 2-yard gain, a long run, but mostly running sideways.
Yep, he went to that far side of the field there.
This may be the final play of the first quarter, just 9 ticks left on the clock. This is Murray again, and he's close to a first down. Let's see if they'll give it to him. They will. First down for Dowling.
First down Maroons from the Dowling 30.
And now that will be the end of the first quarter. Waukee on top of number 1 Dowling after 1 quarter of play. 14-7 is our score. This is CISN.TV.
Here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Competition and good sportsmanship. Who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Pat Curtis and Joe Danielson were ready for the second quarter of play. Dowling now playing with the wind behind their back. We'll see how that changes their call. And they do go to the air to Ngoli, and a big first down. It looks like about 15, 17 yards on that pass play.
Yeah, speaking of the wind there, Waukee did get a couple passes over the top, the touchdown and the long play. Dowling's going to see if they can kind of, are they going to go vertical? They've been working the horizontal game so far to Ngoli.
Yep.
First down Maroons.
And now Murray, I think, is out of the game, if I see that right.
Yep, I think that's John Schmidt.
And he gets the handoff from Clark. Just a short gain on that first down play. Dowling with a lot of substitutions offensively. Murray back in there for this second down play, 2nd and 8 from midfield. Blake back to pass, and he's got a guy wide open. This is going to be an easy touchdown for Dowling. 53 yards on that pass play.
To number 11, Jack Keogh, and he just didn't even get covered at all. A blown coverage there for Waukee, and there wasn't even a man close, 30 yards.
All right, so at the point after here, we should have a tie ball game at 14. 53 yards on that blown coverage. With 10:58 to go in the second quarter. Riley Schmidt with another PAT that's good. 14-14 is our score with 11 minutes to go in the first half. This is CISN.TV.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a strong...
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/.
Dowling kicking off after scoring their second touchdown. Waukee with it out to the 20, 25, 30. Now just a kicker to beat, but a guy brings him down from behind. A nice return there.
Jordan Perry made a nice return, yep.
Out to midfield. So the Warriors trying to answer that 53-yard touchdown pass from Clark to Jack Keogh to tie the game.
Yeah, and the wind didn't really have much to do with that one on that busted coverage.
But still a nice, clean pass from Clark to the wide open receiver,
yep.
Keogh.
And then, yeah, as we see, I said earlier, you got Waukee here is now taking their time on offense, and they've run a bunch of good plays so far.
Randall with the end around to Zach Eaton. No gain, maybe one.
Mitchell Riggs, number 44. Brandon Wexler, number 21. Both in on that tackle. Gain of 1.
It will be 2nd down and 9 for the Warriors.
Riggs on the stop for that play. Mitchell Riggs is really Dowling's leader on defense with 30 total tackles at the linebacker position so far.
This will be a keeper for Randall. Rolls out to his right, has a receiver open and caught down to the 32-yard line of Dowling. Nice catch there by Sam DeVries.
Yeah, and Mitch Randall threw a nice high-arcing pass, and Dowling's DB over there, he just didn't get his head turned around, and DeVries was able to come down with it.
A nice job keeping his toes in bounds just before running out. Randall will keep it. He's got some running room, but tackled there after a 5-yard gain.
Waukee's O-line, their front four, has really had a strong showing so far against Dowling's big D-line. Mitch Randall hasn't gone backwards so far, and he's been able to get at least a couple yards every play.
Under 10 minutes to go in this first half. We're tied at 14. Waukee driving once again. Randall being chased. He's going to come up short of a first down. This will bring up a key 3rd down and 1.
He took a big hit there, yeah. Randall did. A couple of those large Dowling linemen fell on top of him.
Assisted by John Wagner, number 94.
Actually, 3rd and 3 for the Warriors.
3rd and 4.
Or 4.
Well, we have the scoreboard that says 3, too.
And that looked like a broken play.
Quarterback Randall taken down in the backfield.
Hard to say what happened there, but Randall with a loss on the play will be 4th and long. And given where they're at on the field, they may just go for it here.
Yeah, that sack kind of put him just a bit out of field goal range with the loss of 5 on 3rd down there.
Here we go, 4th and 9 for Mitch Randall and the Warriors. Rolling to his right. He's got a man trying to run under it. Couldn't quite come up with the one-handed grab, but a wonderful try there by Tyrese Moore. I didn't think he was going to get to it, number 1. He did, but just couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, that was an excellent play from Randall. It's about a 40-yard bomb, a fade to the opposite end zone, and Tyrese Moore got a hand on it and tried to haul it in, but when he hit the ground, he just couldn't hold on.
So Dowling will take over, and a pretty good possession there for Waukee, but just couldn't cash in. That sack obviously hurt him big time, and now we've got 8 minutes to go in the first half. We're tied at 14.
Yeah, you know, that was a good 4th down. I like that play call on 4th down, though. It's 4th and 9. You know, you could run it up the middle and turn the ball over, but you might as well take a shot at the end zone. And the passing game's really been working today so far.
They may just go back to that again at some point. Just throw it up in the air and see if Tyrese Moore can run under it. He's understand a really good outfielder for Waukee baseball team. Had a great season this past year.
Yeah, I could see that closing speed kind of right there in the end zone when he's trying to get under the ball, kind of similar to as when he's out there in the outfield catching a pop fly.
All right, here comes Dowling on offense again. Blake Clark, the quarterback. And he will hand off to Murray, who has some room on the far side. About a 7-yard gain on that first down play.
Well, you can kind of see Murray putting the speed on when he gets to the corner. When he starts to turn is when he really starts to turn on the jets there on the outside.
Murray again, a junior. He'll remain in there on a 2nd down and 3 play. And he'll get the call but be tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Might have been Blake Clark's foot that got in the way there, I'm not sure. But it will be 3rd down and 3 now. And big play for both sides. I'm sure Waukee wanting to get their offense right back out there. And they haven't been able to stop Dowling since that first possession of the game.
Right, yep, Dowling's had a lot of 3rd down success since that first possession.
It would appear Clark will be passing here, but they do give it to Murray, I believe, and he somehow gets the first down and quite a bit more across midfield. Oh, and a flag thrown in right at the end.
Yep, a late flag from the far side official.
See if we can hear the call here.
They'll gather to discuss.
Right now it would be a Dowling first down after that 15-yard carry. It's against Waukee.
Personal foul personal foul.
Oh, both ways, offsetting.
So
play up. Oh.
Personal foul. Dowling.
Oh, just on Dowling.
Okay, yeah, so only on Dowling, huh? So we originally thought they were 2 personal fouls, and I guess there was a little bit of extracurricular activity there after the play. I didn't see anything quite from up here, but the official was right in there, and he threw the flag pretty quick at the end there.
Yeah, it was kind of on the far side of the field, way away from us.
Yeah, and he looked like he had a little word with the lineman over there, too, before he ended it here.
So that takes Dowling way back to their 35-yard line when they would have been across midfield, but it is first down for the Maroons. Clark with the keeper up the middle, and he gets a few yards.
Blake Clark, number 16, the quarterback on the carry.
Tied at 14 with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half here at Waukee.
Number 32, both in on that tackle. Gain of 3.
Dowling with the ball, second down and 7 yards to go from their own 38. This is Murray coming around. He's got the first down before he's tripped up just short of the 50-yard line.
Owen Minchell again with the nice shoestring tackle, and you really got to get around Murray's ankles at least to slow him down because he's been shaking off arm tackles and high pad tackles all night.
First down for the Maroons. We're tied at 14, 6:10 to go. This is Clark in shotgun position again. He'll keep it. And the Maroons just pushing that pile forward. No whistle yet. Wow.
Oh, yeah,
up to the 45 of Waukee. That's a 7-yard carry.
I guess when you're officiating that one, you don't really know where the ball is even at on that such a large pile. The pile itself had to move at least a good 5 yards.
All right, it will be second down and 3 from the 45 in Waukee territory. Dowling driving here. Clark with the handoff to
I think that's Schmidt in there. Yep. Schmidt for Murray.
John Schmidt, the senior running back, often runs some plays in place of Jason Murray. Now Murray back on the field.
Yep, and he's a little bigger back at 5'10", 195.
I guess Schmidt is still out there. And it is first down and 10 for the Maroons. This is Schmidt to the far side, and he's met after a couple-yard gain.
Max Tweeten, number 21. Nathan McDonald.
Yep, Max Tweeten and Nathan McDonald for the Waukee Warriors defense in on the stop there. And that's what you see with a little bigger back with Schmidt. He laid the power at the end of that run.
Second down and 8. Murray back in there at tailback. He gets the call to the near side. He gets the corner turn. And he's very close to a first down, maybe a couple yards short. It will be third down and 2 or 3. So obviously a big play here for Waukee, trying to get the stop. This game tied at 14 with just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. See if Dowling will keep it on the ground with Murray or a quarterback keeper. That's what they do, Murray, and he gets around, and he's got the first down.
Yep, that quick pitch play that we saw him score on earlier in the first quarter, and that's just a quick pitch play to get Murray in space and let him make his moves.
First down Maroons.
A good drive here by Dowling after taking the ball deep in their own territory after Waukee couldn't convert on 4th and long. Murray bounces off the pile and is brought back, maybe a yard loss.
Immediately by number 58, Cade Montgomery, and number 55,
And then two Waukee tacklers, Cade Montgomery and Nathan Nelson, get into the backfield to stop Jason Murray for a loss there.
And we've got a timeout on the field. We're tied at 14, 3:27 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout ourselves. This is CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
We're back to action after the timeout. Dowling with a 2nd down and 10. Another run play up the middle for very little. Good defense by Waukee as Dowling is trying to take their first lead of the game here with either a touchdown or a field goal late in the first half here.
Yep, and we've just seen them grind it out ever since really that first drive they've had where they went first down in the punt. And that's what their offense does. They just grind it out, big chunky 5, 6, 7, 8 yard gains every play, and here they are again.
Blake Clark back to pass. He's looking to the end zone. Oh, and it is caught down at the 9-yard line on the far side. The Waukee player almost got there in time, but it is a first down for Dowling, but a penalty flag down and also a Waukee Warrior player down here at the 29-yard line.
I'm trying to get a look at who
the
that
penalty is against Dowling. I don't know if holding against Dowling, as you may have heard.
And yeah, I think that was Blake Clark kind of found himself wide open. Waukee closed in, and he was, kind of wide open again as a result of the hold there.
While there's an injury timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout. It's 14-14, 2:46 to go in the first quarter. This is CISN.TV.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Nathan Nelson was the injured player for Waukee. The good news is he got up and walked off the field mostly on his own power. He's kind of limping now on the sideline, and he is a big part of the Waukee offense. A 6'4" senior, 228 tackle. You may know his brother Anthony Nelson, who plays for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yep, and Nelson's got 14 total tackles on the year at the defensive end position.
they're going to take him right to the locker room. We are getting close to halftime as Clark drops back to pass, almost sacked. He somehow gets away. And he's finally dropped after about an 8-9 yard gain. He's well short of a first down thanks to that holding penalty before that, during that play, which caused the injury to Nelson. So Dowling now with 4th and 14 at the Waukee 28, and this will be a 45-yard field goal attempt.
And Riley Schmidt will come out.
The senior. The kick is on the way. No good.
Wide right, it appears, for Nelson. It definitely had the distance and the height, but he just put it a little right.
All right. And I think I had that distance right. 35-yard field goal or 45.
It's from the 35, so
all right,
45.
About a 45-yard field goal attempt, and just missed to the right. So Waukee will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20. With this game tied at 14, I think a lot of people around the state, they see this score right now. Pretty exciting that something's happening here at Waukee. Dowling having little trouble in their first 3 games of the season. But Waukee giving them all kind of trouble here in the first half.
And Waukee's played a really solid game so far, both offensively and defensively. You know, they just came up with that big stop as a result of the penalty. And on offense, they're being really patient here as the clock's running down. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion here as they just reset the play clock. And now we are going to respot the ball, it looks like the official. And the head coach, Waukee's head coach, is Scott Carlson, is out here. And he's pleading something to the officials, who are now going to move the ball over to the middle of the field.
All right, well, at any rate, will be 1st down and 10 for Waukee from their own 20.
All right, and I guess Scott Carlson just wanted the ball a little, he wanted the far side of the field towards him.
This is a keeper for the quarterback, Mitchell Randall. 2-yard gain, maybe.
Well, they came back to this side of the field after moving the spot of the ball there.
It would appear a minute 30 left. Waukee maybe might just be comfortable running the ball here, running the clock down, and getting into halftime with the score tied.
Yep, I think that's a good plan here. And again, Scott Carlson's got to be happy with this tie game going into half.
Here's a handoff to Perry. And maybe a yard game now, under a minute to go in the first half. We'll see if Dowling will call a timeout and try and get the ball back here, make Waukee punt before the end of the first half, and they will. I think we'll take a 30-second timeout here. This is CISN.TV.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
1 minute to go in this first half. It's Waukee 14, Dowling 14. The Warriors have the ball. It is 3rd and 5 on their own 25. What do you think they'll do here, Joe? Just run the ball, try to eat some more clock, or will they put it in the air and try and get a first down?
Well, Dowling called that timeout, hoping to get the ball back, but it's kind of, they've taken a couple big shots so far here, and it's not out of the question to see them go downfield.
Dowling does have one more timeout, and a run here will be stopped well short of the first down, so Waukee will have to punt here as Dowling
Yep, they'll use that last
They
timeout.
do call a timeout, so Dowling is going to get the ball back here. There's 55 seconds left in the first half.
Yep, and Tom Wilson was positioned right next to the official there before that play, waiting to see what would happen to call the quick timeout.
And if you're just tuning in, Waukee, in their opening possession, drove 70 yards to take a 7-0 lead over number 1 ranked Dowling here. The Maroons responded with a long drive of their own, and on 4th and goal from the 1, Murray got into the end zone to tie it at 7. Waukee responded with a 75-yard drive for a touchdown pass, a 25-yard play, and then Dowling on a long 55-yard, or I should say 53-yard pass play from Clark to Jack Keogh. And the point after made it 14 all. And not too long ago, a 45-yard field goal attempt by Riley for Dowling just missed to the right, it appeared from our vantage point here high above the stadium. And so our score remains 14 all, and a big punt coming up here for Waukee. Owen Minchell is the punter for the Warriors. And back near midfield, Marcus Miller, I believe, for Dowling. And he'll just get away from it, and a nice roll for the Warriors, and that eats up some time off the clock and also makes for a longer drive here for Dowling if they hope to get some points on the board before the half.
Yep, that 15-yard roll distance really does make a big difference with only 43 seconds left for Dowling. And it gives the Waukee Warriors a little bit more cushion here on defense.
All right. And so Blake Clark and the gang stepping onto the field with 43 seconds left, no timeouts to work with here, so I'm sure they'll try and work the sidelines.
Yeah, I think so too, and Jason Murray does a really nice job out of the backfield of getting there, and I think we're going to see some quick outs and maybe a deep shot to Ngoli.
1st and 10 Maroons, it's just a handoff to Murray. And he scrambles for a first down, it would appear, or very close.
Number 51 making the tackle for the Warriors.
They will move the chains.
Yep, and Nathan McDonald in there.
The clock keeps moving down to 34 seconds. Murray again. So kind of surprised that, well, Dowling probably just hoping that Murray might break one here, but they are moving fast. 2nd down and 8, 20 seconds to go now, and he'll spike the ball to stop the clock. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 or 8. And obviously we know that Riley has the leg if they can get a good 20, 25 yards here to set up for a field goal, but they would also have to spike it once they get up there. 3rd down and 8 from midfield. 18.5 left on the clock. Clark looking to pass. He's going to be sacked. Boy, what a way to end the first half. An exclamation point there for Waukee. And who made that sack there? It looks like Jake Morrison. And that will be the end of the first half. And we've got quite a ball game here in Waukee. It's the Warriors 14, Dowling 14. We'll be back to recap some of the first half highlights after this. This is CISN.TV.
When people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Welcome to the press box at Waukee High School Football Stadium. The Warriors and West Des Moines Dowling tied at 14. I'm Pat Curtis. This is Joe Danielson. A very entertaining first half. Joe, obviously, #1 Dowling rolling into Waukee, riding high after winning their first 3 games in blowout fashion, really, and also winning the last 4 state titles. But Waukee is staying right with them, obviously.
Yeah, and we talked about Dowling, 55 out of 57 games, and they really haven't been tested so far this year. And going into halftime, tied 14. This is something, the players and head coach Tom Wilson. Well, he's a head coach. He's used to games, but this is something they really haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, and in fact, Waukee took a 7-0 lead. I might be wrong, but I think that's probably the first time they've trailed this season. Dowling has trailed. The Maroons came back and scored a touchdown. Let's recap the scoring right now. As we mentioned, Waukee, they stopped Dowling on the Maroons' opening possession. They had to punt. Waukee took it and drove 70 yards. It was capped off by a run by Randall, 4 yards, and a 70-yard drive. The point after was good. 7-0 Waukee with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. Dowling came back and scored on a 4th and goal from the 1. Waukee had stuffed them 3 straight plays, but then it was Murray getting across the goal line on that critical 4th down, and we're tied at 7 at that point. Waukee would come back and score on a 25-yard pass play from Randall to Tyrese Moore. The point after good, and just before the end of the first quarter, it was Waukee 14, Dowling 7. The Maroons would come back, and in the second quarter with 10:58 to play, a big 53-yard pass play from Clark to Jack Keogh, kind of a blown coverage play. The point after good, we're tied at 14. There was also a long field goal attempt by Dowling late in the second quarter. A 45-yard try by Riley just went wide right, so we remain tied at 14. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll watch a little bit of the Waukee High School Marching Band performance. This is CISN.TV.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2 and 3 bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
This is the Waukee High School Marching Band.
Community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Welcome back to Waukee Stadium. Pat Curtis and Joe Danielson with you on CISN.TV. We're at halftime. It's Waukee 14, Dowling 14. A tremendous football game, and this second half will obviously be exciting. What does Dowling need to do to kind of get things going offensively? They're not used to, this little production in a football game.
Yeah, well, Dowling coming out so far, they've gotten to third down on most of their drives, and they've been able to convert. And they really, they're grinding it out, and it's started to work there at the fourth quarter where they have those long 10-play drives. But Waukee on the defensive end, they got that first stop and then this penalty here on third down. They've done a pretty good job of holding Dowling and making them get to third down. And the more third downs you get, the more better chance for Waukee defense to get a stop.
Yep. And one thing we'll have to watch here in the second half is if Nathan Nelson will come out to play for Waukee. He's a big part of their offensive line. He was injured, looked like a right knee injury. He was down for quite a while on the field, but fortunately he was able to get up on his feet and walk off mostly on his own power. It was right before the end of the first half, so they just took him to the locker room. We'll see if he'll be back out there, but either way, we certainly hope he's all right. And I think Waukee will start with the ball in the second half, and they ended that first half with a lot of momentum, getting the sack as Dowling was trying to drive and maybe get some more points on the board, take the halftime lead. But here we are, 14-14.
Yep, and it's been a big night for Waukee so far. The crowd has really been into it with the blackout, and I went down there at halftime and kind of talked to the students down there who are dressed up as pea pods, and they told me that it's a tradition here at Waukee for the students. I'm not sure if they're all seniors, possibly that's a senior thing, but they all pick a costume at the beginning of the season, and they all decide to wear it, and they got a flag down there for the peas, and it's just a fun thing they kind of do, get the fans into it a little bit. And, hey, we're talking about it here because, there's about 20 kids dressed up as peas down there.
All right, we're getting close to the end of halftime, the start of the second half. It's 14-14. We'll take a timeout. This is CISN.TV.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price.
Anyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Welcome back to Waukee High School Football Stadium, 14-14 at halftime. A lot of people, if you're just tuning in, might be a little bit surprised that Dowling is tied with Waukee at the half. Of course, the Maroons, the four-time defending state football champions in 4A, winners of 55 of their last 57 games, but Waukee looking to pull off maybe a bit of an upset tonight. Pat Curtis along with Joe Danielson, we're just about ready for the second half of football. We can tell you in another big CIML game tonight, it's Valley beating Johnston 7-0 in the second quarter. That's at West Des Moines Valley. Of course, Dowling beating Valley last week 42-12. All right, we're set for the second half. And it will be the Warriors receiving the kickoff.
Yep.
Espeland and Jordan Perry back deep for the Warriors.
And Riley Schmidt has kind of gotten some low kicks that have kind of gone to the 10-yard line, so this one to be returnable for the Warriors. Oh.
The wind at his back means the Warriors will start at their own 20.
Yep, and of course, right as I mentioned, the low kicks, he now gets a nice boot right there to the end zone for a touchback.
All right, and it will be Blake Clark, of course, at quarterback. Or, excuse me, Mitchell Randall, the sophomore quarterback for Waukee. He's played a good first half, no turnovers.
Yep, really solid first half and good decisions when he's in that play fake as well.
Espeland, the junior running back, Blake Espeland, is in there. He started the game at tailback. And the end around to Zach Eaton, maybe a 5-yard gain.
Drake Rubrick, number 38, the defensive back for the Maroons with the stop there.
Second down and 6 is the call from their own 24. And the keeper by the quarterback, Randall. He's short of the first down. Kyle Sorensen, they've been running over right tackle quite a bit. We haven't mentioned his name, but he is a big kid at a senior, 6'6", 250 pounds. That's number 78, the right tackle for Waukee. He's being recruited pretty heavily to play college ball. Here we go, 3rd and 1. The opening possession of the second half for the Warriors. And it's a pass and a first down and more. That looks like Tyrese Moore on the catch.
Yep, nice catch by Moore. Nice little move there at the end. And then that's Ribricht again for Dowling, number 38.
We're tied at 14, just underway in the second half. Waukee, the opening possession here of the third quarter.
Again, very patient on offense as Mitch Randall looks over to the side for the play.
Fake handoff to Espeland. Well, actually, he did take the ball and maybe lost a yard.
Number 7 on the carry. Jack Keogh, number 11 on the tackle. Loss of 1. Second and 11.
Well, that's one thing that Waukee's done pretty well on offense tonight is they haven't really gone backwards a whole lot, and if it has, it's only been a 1 or 2 yard loss. The snap here, he's rolls out to his side, goes deep as a man, and bottled a bit down the field by Tyrese Moore. There was double coverage there, and there was a little bit of a wobbly pass, but again, that one almost fell through there. A little bit of a dangerous play.
And that will bring up 3rd down and 11 for Waukee.
So again there, they went deep and just unable to connect to Moore.
Sam DeVries is flanked out far to the near side. Randall will take the snap, and he'll keep it, and he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So Waukee will likely have to punt here at their own 35.
Yep, a high snap there to Randall, and he just kind of corralled it and went down for no gain.
Dowling now sending 2 guys back for this punt. Marcus Miller.
And that's maybe a little bit of a change here with the two back receivers because Waukee's kind of kicked it a little shorter and they've gotten the roll to go their way.
Yeah, kicked it away from the returner a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Fair catch at the 35.
It's a nice punt there to send them back for no return.
Colin Cook with the catch at the Dowling 35. So this will be the opening possession for the Maroons in the second half. Again, we're tied at 14, 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And their last drive of the first half kind of got stymied down there with the penalty, but I think we're going to see a healthy dose of Jason Murray, and here he comes. Look at maybe the quick pitch as he lines up close to Blake Clark here.
Clark takes the snap, and it is Murray to the far side of the field. He's got 6, 7, maybe 8 yards. Actually, he breaks out across the 45 and a first down out of bounds to midfield.
Boy, again, it looked like he was stopped on that play, and all of a sudden he popped up 5 yards downfield.
First down Maroons from the Dowling 48.
Murray, one of the shorter players on the field, 5'8", 180.
But he's a pretty compact guy also, though, and he's got very quick.
First down from their own 48, and this is a pass play out to Marcus Miller, and he breaks across the 50 down to the 41 of Waukee.
Yep, and Miller, as he ran past his blocker there, the Waukee team and coaching staff really wanted a holding, but no call there.
11-yard gain, first down Maroons.
So 2 quick first downs for the Maroons. Here's Murray. He'll break it to the outside, cuts back in, and close to another first down to the Waukee 31-yard line.
Number 25, Trey Hardy for the Warrior defense, which has done a good job of stopping Jason Murray. When he gets to the second level, they've been able to bring him down with shoestring tackles, and he hasn't been able to break free at all today.
Hardy, a junior for the Warriors, linebacker. Here's Murray to the near side now, and he'll be wrapped up for a loss. Nice job there by Nathan McDaniel, the senior linebacker.
Yep, and they're just coming right at him, really. There's nothing too special, no misdirection. Dowling's just using its athletes against Waukee, and they're taking the punches here and responding well.
It will be a big third down play 4 yards to go for the first for Dowling. Murray again lined up just behind quarterback Blake Clark. And the pitch to Murray. He's going to have a first down to the 24-yard line of Waukee.
Ethan Rose, the senior defensive back, with the stop there on Murray.
12-yard gain, first down Maroons from the Waukee 23.
Murray again to the far side of the field. And he's got another 5-6 yards across the 20 now into the red zone of the Warriors.
And that's what, at least five handoffs, 4 or 5 handoffs in a row to Murray. And yep, and there comes John Schmidt in to replace him in the backfield for a little bit of relief.
Second down and 5. The handoff is to Schmidt. And he's got room on the outside across the 15 down close to the 10-yard line. A first down again for Dowling.
Kind of what we expected here. They're coming it out and pounding the ball with about 7 straight run plays to march down the field.
Mostly outside the tackles. Murray back in there, this one up the middle. And he breaks a few tackles down to the 1-2 yard line. All running plays here for Dowling's first possession of the second half.
Yep, and that's tough to stop when you have those big offensive linemen to run behind. And Murray is so quick, and you can see even after 4 handoffs in a row, he doesn't really lose any speed.
Second down and goal from the 1. Murray up the middle. No signal yet. Yes, it is a touchdown. This is Jason Murray with his second 1-yard touchdown plunge of the game on a second down play. And so it will be Dowling 20, Waukee 14 with the point after coming.
Yep, and patient running off the right tackle there, just kind of waited for a little bit of an opening and plunged into the end zone. Nice run.
Riley Smith in to attempt the extra point. And the kick is good.
21-14 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dowling on top. This is CISN.TV.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
The 4-time defending Class 4A champion West Des Moines Dowling Maroons have just taken a 21-14 lead over Waukee. And the Warriors' next possession will start at their own 20-yard line. All running plays there in that last drive for Dowling. A lot of Jason Murray, a lot of John Schmidt, and it was Murray with his second 1-yard touchdown plunge of the game to give Dowling the lead.
Yep, and Mitch Randall has played a very solid game so far, and Waukee on their first drive here of the third quarter didn't get much going, is looking to rebound here.
And it's Jordan Perry now in there at running back. The handoff to him, and he's wrapped up and brought down right away. A 2-yard loss. Keogh has made a lot of tackles for Dowling.
Yep, and he caught that touchdown pass, I believe, earlier on.
Yep.
Yep, so two-way player for Dowling Catholic.
2nd down and 11 from the 19 for Waukee.
2nd and 11 for Waukee.
Zach Eaton in motion, back to pass is Randall. He throws deep. It's going to be almost intercepted, but called incomplete at midfield.
Yeah, Marcus Miller there, the defensive back. Mitch Randall just kind of threw that one up there. Miller just couldn't come down with it as the ball squeezed out of his hands as he hit the ground.
So now 3rd down and 11 for Randall and the Warriors. Moore, Eaton, and DeVries are all split out as another pass play for Randall. Now he'll run it, and he'll come up short of the 1st down by about 3 yards. It would appear Waukee will have to punt here. They will.
Yep, so a nice, another 3 and out there for Dowling on defense. A nice stop there as Waukee will come after punt.
Number 6 for the Maroons.
Marcus Miller, the lone punt returner now this time for Dowling. Ooh. Calls for the fair catch, and Dowling will start this possession in Waukee territory.
Yep, a very high punt, very short. And that'll set up with good running position. You got to say running position for Dowling because he came out with about an 8-play running drive to score.
That offensive line for Dowling, as we just look across the line, 6'3", 290, 6'3", 265. The center is 225. And then on that right side of the line, a couple of 300-pounders plus. Alex Curtin, 305. Jesse Alger, 335. Big offensive line for a high school football team. Here's a handoff to, I believe, Schmidt. Or Murray, actually, staying on his feet, getting very close to a 1st down.
And I don't know how Murray got out of that one. I mean,
he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's another easily a handful of broken tackles just on that one play. You think he stopped, and boom, he just kind of pops out for 5 more yards.
Another 1st down for the Maroons at the Waukee 37. Fake to Murray and a post pattern. Oh, somehow caught and into the end zone. Wow. A touchdown for the Maroons on a long 37-yard pass play.
Marcus Miller, who had just came up with the pass breakup on defense, now comes in and catches the slant for the touchdown. I thought for a second there that Eaton on defense for Waukee got a hand on it and knocked the ball away, but Miller was able to hold on and take it into the end zone.
And now Dowling looking to take a 2-touchdown lead. And they do with 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Dowling 28, Waukee 14. This is CISN.TV.
When people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Blake Clark with 2 long touchdown passes and 2 short touchdown runs by Jason Murray has Dowling on top of Waukee 28-14. 4 minutes to go now in this second quarter. Dowling starting to take control on both sides of the ball.
Yep, and they had the nice drive, which is completely running plays, which you got to think set up the nice slant down the field there for Marcus Miller as Waukee is expecting to run, or really you're just, when you get the ball ran at you so much and you can't really stop it, that's what you're going to expect to come. This is a big play here, big drive for Mitch Randall and the Warriors. They want to get something going so this game doesn't fall out of reach.
Espeland in there at the running back position just to the left of Randall. Randall with the keeper. And finally a little bit of positive yardage, but there is a flag on the field.
Yep, and that's back in the backfield. And
Penalty flag on the play.
Bordenero on the stop in for the Maroons. And we're going to wait to see the call.
Holding Waukee.
So that will be a holding call on Waukee, which will back them up into their own territory and set up 1st and 20.
And 20 yards to go from the Waukee 10.
This is the 3rd possession for Waukee in the second half, and unfortunately for them, they've mostly been moving backwards. Waukee 2-1 on the season, wins over Ankeny and Urbandale, a loss to West Des Moines Valley in game 2 of the season. Randall with the keeper, and 6-7 yard gain here will bring up 2nd down and 13 from their own 17.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 13.
Dowling, of course, looking to move to 4-0 after 3 lopsided wins to start the season over Valley, Urbandale, and Ankeny.
Yep, and it's a big play here, big kind of atmosphere changing for Waukee and Dowling as the defense starts to impose their will.
Randall with the pass to the near side. They do call it a catch, but it will be short of the 1st down at the 25. DeVries with a nice job hauling that in, but it.
Yep, and looks like Waukee's going to hope 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5 for the Warriors.
And again with that, just delay on getting the play here, using all the play clock they need.
Randall to pass, but he's swarmed under. Oop. I'm not sure if they'll throw a flag on that. About the whistle came just before the hit from the Dowling player in the back of Randall, and they will get a penalty on Dowling, I would think, here,
and
for unsportsmanlike. Oh, the way Coach Carlson is acting on the sidelines, this might be against Waukee, and no penalty against Dowling.
And I think that one might have that was definitely a foul on the quarterback. You can't hit the quarterback after the play's blown dead.
Well, the hit did come pretty close after the whistle.
Yeah, but it was right down there, right in front of Carlson also, too. So you can see kind of the exchange between the official and him, and you can see why he's angry when his quarterback's getting hit on the ground.
Here's the call. Wow.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Waukee.
Unsportsmanlike against Waukee.
And maybe that's on
a critical
coach,
3rd down play.
Yeah, I don't think that was on any one player. I think Carlson just really, his quarterback was knocked down right in front of him. You got to expect him. I don't think there's very many coaches that aren't going to, say something like that.
So now 4th down and very long for Waukee.
4th down, Warriors.
Now they will get the punt team out there. Wow, so just when it looked like Waukee might get something going, a third down and 5.
I had thought they were going to get awarded a 1st down there to keep the drive going, but
now they're punting from their own end zone. And a high wobbly punt, fair caught at the 35-yard line by Marcus Miller. So Dowling again with great field position at the Waukee 35. And we've got 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Dowling has a 28-14 lead.
And if we we learned anything from Dowling's first drive, I can imagine we'll see some more heavy doses of Jason Murray and John Schmidt.
Murray out onto the field to start this possession.
And what Murray's got, he's got 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, right?
Yeah.
So that puts him at 12 on the year, and he's averaging about 3 a game. So on this drive, he could look to get up to his average.
The give is to Murray. He cuts it inside, now back outside. He's got the 1st down and more. Down to the 20-yard line of Waukee. And now this offensive line and Murray really just starting to take over the game.
Yep, and great vision by Jason Murray. Up here in the box, the booth, we can kind of see the holes starting to open up, and he really gets to the lane right as it opens up, and he accelerates when he gets there also.
1st and 10 at the 21. A pass play, and it's down across the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Complete from Blake Clark to the receiver, number 80, Charlie Johnson.
Number 80, Charlie Johnson with the catch for Dowling, the senior.
21 made the tackle.
He, like Jack Keogh, plays a little bit of both sides on offense and defense at wide receiver and a little bit of defensive back.
That'll bring up 1st and goal from the 8.
So Dowling will sub in here, maybe a heavy set package with a little bit of a. They already have a lot of big guys on their line, but they have subs that'll come in too that don't give up any size at all.
It looks like John Schmidt is in behind Clark. And he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and brought back.
Yep, Jake Morrison and Nathan McDonald came together for the stop there to.
That was actually Murray in there at running back.
Murray to stop Murray for no gain and drive him back there.
Now it appears Schmidt is in there for this 2nd down and 8 play with under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. And Clark is going to pass. Doesn't appear he has anyone open, but he might run it now. He's down to the 5 where he's brought to the ground. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Looks like they'll look to get one more playoff here before the end of the 3rd quarter.
3rd and goal.
As Schmidt comes off.
Just outside the 4-yard line.
38. And
Murray
the fullback,
is in there
Levi
now.
Hummel, too, comes in the backfield.
All right. Murray behind Clark. He gets the ball up the middle. And he's going to be stopped. So it will be 4th down at about the 2-yard line when we start the 4th quarter. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Dowling 28, Waukee 14. And we will take a timeout. This is CISN.TV.
Great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Our score here, West Des Moines Dowling 28, Waukee 14. We're just about set to start the fourth quarter. Another score from the Central Iowa Metro League Valley leading Johnston 17-7. So the Tigers looking to hand the Dragons their first loss on the season.
And Dowling will come out here on the 2-yard line on 4th and goal. And looks like they're going to come in and take the field goal, actually, here with Riley Schmidt. And this should be a nice, easy chip shot.
Oh, he missed it to the right. No good. That's the second field goal miss for Riley Schmidt tonight. The other one was a 45-yarder. This one was just about a 17-yard attempt, but no good. So something positive for Waukee here. Let's see if they can get something going offensively.
Yep, in this game, after that third quarter that was all Dowling, this game is not out of reach by any means for Waukee, only down by 2 scores. And we've seen them execute a couple big plays. They didn't get anything going in that third quarter here, but the fourth quarter, really, this is their time. And you got to think, as time is running out, that they might want to get the playoff a little faster. They've been really calm and patient, and it's worked so far, but when you get towards the end of the game, the play clock becomes your enemy.
Mitchell Randall flanked by a couple of running backs, but Randall back to pass. He puts it up in the air, and he's got a guy open. Oh, but dropped, unfortunately, for the Warriors by Jordan Perry, who came out of the backfield.
Yeah, Perry made a good move, a nice double move on Drake Ruprecht, number 38 for Dowling, and he put a nice double move on him and got behind him, and just the ball just came off his hands. And plays like that are going to be big for Waukee going forward.
Got to take advantage of every opportunity that they get if they're going to have a chance in this game. 2nd down and 10, and Randall will keep it. And he carries a couple of Dowling players across the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 play. They've had a lot of 3rd down and 12, 15, 20. So 3rd down and 5 is kind of nice for the Warriors here. Let's see what they can do.
Right, and they're looking to get the ball off of their half of the field. The second half, I don't think they've crossed the 50, and this is a big play for them.
We're in the fourth quarter. Dowling with a 2-touchdown lead. Randall looked like he was going to pass. Now he'll run. He's getting close to the 1st down. He might have it. He gets across the 30 with a little extra effort. Nice job by the sophomore quarterback, Mitchell Randall. The first down, I think, of the second half for the Warriors.
Yep, and Randall with a nice burst. He kind of ran into his big O lineman, Charlie Golding, which slowed him down a little bit, but they were able to push the pile forward for the 1st down.
Golding, the 6'6 senior, 250 pounds. Helps push Mitchell Randall across the 30-yard line for the 1st down. Now Randall is going to be sacked.
And that's a nice play by Jack Keogh again. There he is. He's all over the place. And he came on the blitz, made the right play on the running back, and boy, he caught a touchdown. He's had a sack, and he almost had an interception earlier in the game.
Jack Keogh, the junior for the Maroons. So now 2nd down and 17 after that sack by Keogh. Randall under the gun again. Can't quite get it to Espeland. And that'll bring up 3rd down and very long.
Yeah, but Randall had to go into that kind of jump pass because he was in the arms of John Wagoner, who was closing in with that Dowling blitz. And I got to think Dowling's going to come out blitzing again here with Waukee backed up in their own territory and a long yardage for the 1st down.
3 guys split out to the far side of the field, including Tyrese Moore and Zach Eaton. Over here to the near side is Sam DeVries. Time running out on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. They just get it off. And a running play goes nowhere for Espelin, so Waukee will have to punt.
And again, Jack Keogh with the stop in the backfield there. And Keogh will run back to the sideline and get ready to come back out on offense.
4th down and 20 from their own 21. Waukee, another punt here in the second half, trailing 28-14.
Minshaw in punt formation.
Owen Minshaw with another punt. Gets this one away, and it might be returned. It will by Marcus. I think that's...
Yep, Marcus Miller.
And he might take it all the way back. He does. The 2nd touchdown of the game for Marcus Miller. That looks like a 53-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Yep, and good vision. He just took the ball off the fast bounce, and if Miller doesn't field that ball, that's going to roll another easy 20 yards for Waukee, but Miller was able to take that and split the defense in for the touchdown.
So Marcus Miller with 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdown passes for the Dowling quarterback, Blake Clark, and Jason Murray, the running back, with a couple of touchdowns.
Yep, and then that'll send out Riley Schmidt here, who, he missed that 17-yard chip shot, and this is about what an extra point is. And it's good. A low kick that is good. Yep.
He's made all his point after attempts, and now Dowling with a commanding 35-14 lead after that 53-yard punt return for a touchdown by Marcus Murray. Back after this is CISN.TV.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
35-14, Dowling on top of Waukee.
A little bit of a squib
and the
kick.
Warriors will take this possession from their 25-yard line.
Squib kick fielded by Ashton Brown, who falls on it on the 35, where Waukee will take over.
It's been all Dowling here in the second half. It was 14-14 at halftime, but Dowling has scored 3 touchdowns.
21 unanswered, yep.
Murray on a 1-yard plunge, Clark to Marcus Miller on a long pass play, and then, and Marcus Miller also a 53-yard punt return for a touchdown moments ago. Incomplete pass here on the near side.
Yep, a bit of a dangerous pass from Randall that's broken up by Jack Bertram on.
Wechter, number 21, defending on the play.
Oh, sorry, Brandon Wechter, number 21, the senior.
Second down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 25. Here's a short gain for Tyrese Moore on the catch.
Yep, and Nick Bordenero really came in and laid the hit on Moore, and I'm sure he let him. He felt that one afterwards.
Third down and 8. Across town, it's Valley leading Johnston 24-7 now. Randall going deep down the right side. This might be intercepted, not quite. Incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down and 8.
Yep, and Randall just threw that one up there. There was double coverage. Jack Bertram probably could have intercepted that one, but he got a hand on it to knock it down.
The Warriors just can't quite get anything going offensively here in the second half. Dowling making some adjustments at halftime, obviously, and just shutting down the Waukee offense.
Yeah, I think they tightened up their defense at halftime, and the Waukee scored on a couple big plays, and we just haven't seen anything going for them so far in the second half.
Owen Minchell, another punt. This one a good one. That won't be returned by Marcus Murray.
Yep, and they gave him a nice spot on that too, right around the 37-yard line there.
Ball's marked at the 37-yard line.
Marcus Miller, excuse me, not Murray. Murray, the running back. Miller has scored the last 2 touchdowns for Dowling on a punt return and a long pass from Clark. So 8:28 to go in this ball game. Dowling already a 35-14 lead, and they have the ball back on their own 37-yard line. The fake to Murray. A pass is caught by Ngoli, and he remains on his feet, and he's running for the end zone down to the 20, 10. He's in for another Dowling score.
I don't think Ngoli was touched on that play, was he? In the middle, he kind of found himself wide open in the middle and was able to break it out to the right, the far end of the field, and won a foot race to the end zone that'll put Dowling up 35-14, 41-14 now.
Blake Clark was really hit hard right after he let go of that ball, and he kind of gimped down the field to hold this point after attempt. He looks to be all right, though, but another big pass play for Clark and a touchdown for the Maroons. They've scored 42 points in each of their first 3 games, and now they have 42 in this game against Waukee.
Yep, and if you look at the defensive stats there, they're only giving up 14 points. That's right about what their average has been so far. So a game that it was tied at halftime has now kind of exploded into a typical Dowling lead.
And we'll take a timeout. This is CISN.TV.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
Sam Ngoli with a 63-yard catch and run for a touchdown. The pass from Blake Clark, and the point after is good. Dowling leading Waukee 42-14. Kind of a bit of a stunning turn of events here in the second half after we were tied at 14 at halftime, and Waukee had all the momentum going into the locker room. But the Warriors take over here and immediately brought down at the 17-yard line.
Yep, Moore had a little trouble fielding that play, and once he did get it, he was met with a huge hit from 2 Dowling defenders.
First and 10 Warriors from the Waukee 17.
So again here, they'll give Randall another chance in his own territory.
Jordan Perry is the tailback. He'll get the handoff. Tackled close to a first down, maybe a couple yards short.
A nice cut by Perry to plant his foot and turn upfield for another couple yards on that run.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 25-yard line, their own 25, the Warriors, 2nd down and 2. Trailing 42-14 with 7:30 to go in this ball game. Randall with the handoff and a first down close to the 40-yard line. That's Zach Eaton with a nice gain.
Yep, so 2 nice plays for Waukee as they start to get something going and a nice first down here.
Out to the 42.
That's a Waukee Warrior. First down.
Now again here, still no rush to get the play in, and really a clean game on offense from Waukee so far tonight. We did talk about no turnovers, and they've really been able to keep the ball. Just they haven't been able to get as many first downs as they'd like.
Randall with the keeper. A nice block out front there, and very close to another first down across midfield for the sophomore quarterback. Jack Keogh and John Schmidt in on the tackle for Dowling. They do move the chains, and the Warriors into Dowling territory at the 48. Randall the pass, and another big gain for the Warriors, this time to Sam DeVries.
So Waukee with a nice little drive here, coming together in this 4th quarter after really nothing going in the 3rd and the first part of the 4th.
That's a Waukee Warrior. First down.
The Warriors at the Dowling 35, 1st and 10. Randall fakes to Perry. Almost hit the referee. Couldn't quite hit Zach Eaton, who made a nice diving try, but it will bring up 2nd down and 10.
And Keogh again was on the blitz and pressured Randall, who made a nice throw and just couldn't get his hands on it for Eaton.
Second and 10 Warriors.
Here's Perry on the carry.
Jordan Perry, number 12.
5 yards. Will bring up 3rd down and 5.
Tackle made by Creek Zauser.
And at this point in the game, the Warriors definitely in 4-down territory here.
Yep, and they've able to get his drive sustained so far here on the 3rd and short.
Again, Perry over the left tackle. Ooh, he's hit hard. I think that's probably Keogh again.
Perry, the running back. Tackled by number 44.
Actually, Mitch Riggs.
Mitch Riggs, yep, the leader on defense there, and that's another big hit for Dowling. Riggs again with over 30 tackles on the season.
Waukee will go for it here on 4th and 4 from the Dowling 30-yard line. And now a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here. This is CISN.TV.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules. They're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology. Our focus is your good health.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
A warm mid-September night here in central Iowa. West Des Moines Dowling beating Waukee 42-14 here in Waukee. But Waukee trying to get a score on a fourth down play, and they do. That's Sam DeVries.
Yep, Sam DeVries with another nice double move out there to get himself open and catches the pass and runs untouched into the end zone for a Waukee touchdown. So
29 yards on that connection from Randall to DeVries.
So that kind of wakes Waukee, the Warriors offense, up a little bit after really being stymied there in the third quarter. They have a nice drive here and get this game back to 42-21.
Ben Lang, number 19, to attempt the extra point.
The PAT is good. So how about that for a fourth down play? Randall to DeVries, 29 yards. And now our score 42-21. Dowling still on top of Waukee. 5.5 minutes to go in this ball game. This is CISN.TV.
Selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price.
They think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
42-21 after that Waukee score. Dowling on top in this one with 5:37 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yep,
possibly an onside kick here, Joe.
Yeah, and I think Dowling, you know, with that kind of a half-huddle formation, was going to look out and see what Waukee's going to do, and now they're back in their regular. Oh, and it is an onside kick.
But out of bounds, and Dowling will have good field position.
And I'm not so sure that one even traveled the distance it needed to be before it went out of bounds.
Not quite.
So a nice setup there, though, nonetheless. Just a little too much on the kick.
So Dowling with their first touchdown of the second half moments ago on a 4th and 5 play from the 29-yard line. Sam DeVries got behind the defense, and Mitchell Randall found him open and got the ball to him. A 29-yard touchdown for Waukee. Now here comes Dowling, up 42-21, 5:37 to go in the game. Murray to the outside is wrapped up, brought down after a 1-yard gain.
And Ethan Rose with a nice pursuit on that play. You know, meeting Murray and taking away the corner so that Trey Hardy could come in for the tackle, as well as Jake Morrison for the Waukee Warriors defense.
Three receivers to the near side of the field for Clark, with Murray next to him. Murray has it. He'll get a couple yards. It'll be 3rd down and long now coming up for Dowling.
Yep, and Nolan Rothler out there, the defensive back. The senior with the tackle. Yep, senior.
Obviously, Dowling willing to chew up some clock here.
Yeah, we saw them, running that quick no-huddle offense earlier on, and now with a lead and 4 minutes left in the game, they can eat some clock up.
3rd down and 7 from the 48. A quarterback keeper. And it's going to be a touchdown for Blake Clark.
Yep, Clark followed his blocker to the corner and just found an open lane out there on the sideline and took it all the way home.
Wow.
For the 52-yard touchdown run. So really,
3rd and long, Waukee with a chance to get a stop, maybe somehow climb back into this ball game, but obviously Blake Clark wasn't hurt too bad on that last possession when he was nearly sacked before he got the ball away. So Blake Clark, 52 yards on that scamper. And here comes the point after from Riley Schmidt. He's been good on all of them tonight.
Extra point by Riley Schmidt.
No good on this one, though.
And he missed another little bit of a short one there.
48-21. Dowling on top of Waukee with just under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. This is CISN.TV.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
West Des Moines Dowling in control of this one, 48-21, with just under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Blake Clark with a tremendous game as quarterback for the Maroons. He just ran for a 52-yard score. He's thrown, 2 touchdown passes. Well, 3 touchdown passes, I believe.
Yep, and Dowling has athletes that are two-way players, and you mentioned Clark throwing and running. We also have Marcus Miller returning for a touchdown and receiving a touchdown, and as well as Murray receiving a touchdown.
Waukee taking over with just under 4 minutes to go, 48-21, Dowling on top.
And Waukee came out and had a nice drive for the touchdown on their last possession, and looks they're going to come out here to replicate that. And they went for the onside kick after they scored. But
looks like we've got some new players in there for sure.
Yep, a quarterback substitution for Waukee. Looks like Joseph Stessman is in, the senior quarterback, number 2. They'll hand it off in the backfield for no gain to number 10, Gabe Gamble, the new running back in the backfield, number 10.
All right. And now, mass substitutions for the Maroons, too, as Dowling has this one in hand with 3:30 to go. 48-21, Dowling with the lead. We were tied at 14 at halftime, so a lot of scoring here in the second half.
Yep, a tale of two halves for the Dowling Maroons on offense.
So Dowling will improve to 4-0. Waukee falling to 2-2, as both teams will now enter district play next Friday.
Running back Gabe Gamble on the end of
Nice run from Gabe Gamble, the junior, 200-pound running back. And Levi Hummel for the Dowling Maroons with the stop there. We saw Hummel in as fullback on the goal line package for the Maroons. And again, there's another player who sees both time on offense and defense for Dowling.
3rd down and 12 from their own 28 for Waukee. In no hurry here. Yep, and they won't get the play off in time.
And that's something you kind of see maybe when you got a whole new offensive unit in there, a new communication. Scott Carlson doesn't seem to be too happy on the sidelines, but when you run the clock all the way down like that just to get a penalty to move backwards, it's not the best play for you.
3rd down and 17 now from their own 23. Again, the new quarterback, Joe Stessman, senior. And another loss. And that'll bring in the punting unit.
Running back Gabe Gamble, number 10 on the carry. Tackle made by number 93, Zach Stacy for the Maroons.
Zach Stacy for the Dowling Maroons with the stop.
4th down.
Looks like Mason Heckman will be back for Dowling to receive this punt.
Owen Minshaw in punt formation, number 26.
Minshaw has been busy in this second half with a lot of punts for the Warriors.
Yep, and Minshaw's done really well playing DB for Waukee also on defense.
Oh, ball on the ground, and Waukee will have it.
Muffs the punt, and and number 34, Nicholas Barreto, the junior linebacker, recovers the fumble for Waukee, and that'll put him on the right around the 46-yard line, 47-yard line, 43-yard line.
And Joe Stessman back out there at quarterback after the turnover. We haven't, I'm trying to think, is that our first turnover of the game?
Yeah, I think so. It is. Yep, a clean game penalty or turnover-wise so far with just the muffed punt.
Dowling, another loss there for Waukee on the first down carry as we're under a minute to go in this game and more new players coming in. So a lot of excitement in the first half as Waukee took a 7-0 lead. Dowling came back to tie it at 7. We were 14-14 at halftime, but it's been almost all Dowling in the second half as they will improve to 4-0. Winners now of, 56 of their last 58 games.
Yep, I'm not sure what streak the exact streak is, but I can guess when you only have 2 losses in 58 games, it's quite a long one.
And that will be the last play of the game. Our final score, West Des Moines Dowling 48, Waukee 21. We'll be back to wrap it up after this timeout. This is CISN.TV.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
American Energy. Part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Blake Clark, the quarterback for the Dowling Maroons, with 3 touchdown passes, also a 52-yard run for a touchdown. And Dowling beats Waukee here today in Waukee 48-21. I'm Pat Curtis. This is Joe Danielson. Joe, really impressive second half by the Maroons.
Yep, after the first half where it was tied, Dowling really tightened it up. They came out and really owned that third quarter. I believe they scored, 28 unanswered points there, and third into the start of the fourth. And that's what it's got to be happy for head coach Tom Wilson into halftime. With a little scenario that's unfortunate, or a little different scenario for their team, he's got to be pleased with how they responded here in the second half.
Yeah, it was 14-14 at halftime, but all Dowling in the second half. Waukee did get a late touchdown on a 4th down and 5 play, a 29-yard pass and catch from Randall to Sam DeVries. Should mention also a great game for Murray for Dowling. Couple of touchdown runs. Real impressed with him. He's fast, and he runs north and south.
Right, and he caught the touchdown pass. He returned a touchdown, and that's something we did see tonight also is Dowling's got a lot of athletes that play both ways, offense and defense, and those guys, you can see why, because they make an impact on both sides of the ball. Like Jack Kia, he caught the touchdown. He almost had the interception. He had that sack. And he was really all over the night in the backfield for the Maroons.
Yep, Marcus Miller as well for Dowling had a 37-yard touchdown catch, and also in the fourth quarter a 53-yard punt return for a touchdown. So all Dowling tonight, the final score 48-21. Dowling moving to 4-0, and Waukee 2-2. As now we move on to games that really matter, district play next Friday.
Right, and it's kind of a good second half showing for Dowling. For Waukee, they really didn't play a bad game. This 48-21 is this kind of indicative of that third quarter where Dowling really took over. But for Waukee, if you get a couple big breaks, a couple long dropped passes, they're right in this game.
Yep. All right, that's our final 48-21. Dowling beats Waukee. For our crew here at CISN.TV, we thank you for watching. Joe Danielson, Pat Curtis, have a good night.